Hey guys, welcome to my channel. We are going to do a Saturday prep day, and we're going to start off by making homemade Pop-Tarts out of my Pioneer Woman cookbook. And I changed the recipe just a little bit, and I made these super easy, and I can't wait to show you what I did and how much my kids absolutely love these. So everyone is still asleep in my house, and we're just going to get started real quick before they wake up, and that way when they get up in the morning everything will be pretty much done, and then they can just dig in. So I'm going to start off with these 2 pie crusts. I only needed 1 though because I didn't realize that there were 2 pie crusts inside of each box. So I'm just using 1 box for this time, and I'm going to use strawberry jam. So with the pie crust already made, this made the prep time so much quicker and easier. I'm going to use a biscuit cutter, and I'm just going to cut as many rounds out of this as I possibly can, and I think I got 8. And when you see me grab my phone, it's because I was recording things for Instagram because I am a content creator, so this is what I do. So I was documenting this process so I could show the recipe online. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other pie crust, and I'm just going to make as many rounds as possible. Now I'm using strawberry jam for this, but you can use anything you want. I think next time I might try a cinnamon and brown sugar because that's my personal favorite, and I would love to try that. And you could really dress these up for any holiday or party or theme, whatever you want to do. And I thought that it was really versatile that way. So I'm going to make mine kind of like a fall theme that you're going to see here. I found that the trick to this is making sure that you only put a little bit of jam in the middle and then leaving that border around the edges, because then you can seal these up really quick. So I just have my oven preheating right there, and I'm just putting these on. This maybe took 10 minutes total, and it only took a little bit longer just because I was recording it for Instagram. Now I'm just sealing up those edges and popping the tops on, and then I'm going to get them in the oven. So I sealed them just by pinching around the sides and then taking a fork and just really pressing down around the entire piece. And there was hardly any leakage or anything like that when they actually baked in the oven. They were perfectly fine when they came out. The last thing I did was just use a little pastry brush and did a little egg wash on the top just to make the tops look nice. And then you're going to see the icing in that prep real quick too. So honestly, this took no time at all. Okay, time for the icing. This is just a really simple powdered sugar type of topping, and it was just powdered sugar and a little bit of milk, and then I put in these really colorful dyes, and I got these off of Amazon, and I love them because they have a bunch of really neat colors in them that I don't have to try to mix a couple different food coloring options to get the color that I wanted. So I got this really bright orange that I'm going to use to make it kind of fall looking. And while that bakes in the oven, I'm doing some cleanup because I'm one of those clean as I go type of people, and my kitchen was a mess when I got up this morning. And this is what it looked like when they came out of the oven, and I got the icing and I put on some sprinkles too. Aren't they cute? My kids absolutely love these, and they were really good. So I got my shower, changed my clothes, and now it's time for me to have some coffee because this is my first cup of coffee still. And now I'm going to go do my daily Bible reading and just kind of relax for a few minutes because later on today I have to go pick up groceries and get all of that done. If you're curious, I am actually reading out of the book of Isaiah right now. My husband and I went and picked up the groceries, and now we're just unloading everything because I still have more things to cook this afternoon, and I still have to get lesson planning done, and I have papers to grade and all kinds of things to prepare for Monday. So I needed to get my groceries done and get all of this food put away, and that way we're prepared for the week coming. We always pick up our groceries from Walmart because it saves me so much time. I'm not a Walmart partner or affiliate, but it's just been one of those things that has been such a lifesaver and a sanity saver for me as a homeschool parent. And of course, I have to prep my meat for the refrigerator too. Do you guys do this? So right now I'm making some breakfast sandwiches. I haven't made these in a while, but I know that my kids really like them. So I want to get these going. And with teenage boys, they eat so much and they really need, the protein and the extra meat and things like that. So this is one of those things that it's heartier for them, more so than like cereal. And I think it really sticks with them a lot longer. And it just takes a little bit of prep on my part. So I'm prepping a whole bunch of eggs and I'm going to put them in a 9x13 pan. And I'm just going to bake them because they'll bake flat and it makes it so much easier to put on the breakfast sandwiches. And then I am grounding up some sausage in a pan, and I'm only going to use maybe about a third of this. And it makes it pretty easy. And then I have a coffee cake that's also going in the oven for my husband. My husband loves coffee cake in the morning. So I have one of those cinnamon coffee cakes, and I'm just going to bake that off with everything else that's going in. So I baked and crisped up a bunch of English muffins, and now I'm going to put the coffee cake in, and I'm going to put this pan of eggs, and I'm going to put on top of the scrambled eggs some of the sausage, and I'm going to put on some cheese too. And then that's just going to make it really, really yummy when it's on the English muffins. Now, while these are baking and I'm waiting on these to be done so I can go to the next step of the breakfast sandwiches, I'm going to go ahead and get some lesson planning done. And this is something that I do every single Saturday. This just makes my life so much easier on Monday because I already know what's coming up. So I make two piles. One pile is my youngest and one is my oldest, and that's all of their books. So that tall pile right there, that's my 10th graders' books. And the smaller stack over to the side, that's my 6th graders. And I'm just going to grab my Mardell planner and I'm going to prep it. I always cut each box in half. And basically I just go through all of their school books and I start writing down any tests, any major things that I see coming up, the major concepts that they're going to be learning for that week. And I always put a little star by any tests or anything that is really important. Now this week is a little bit different because my oldest is going to have his wisdom teeth out on Friday. So I need to make sure that we are done with everything by Thursday. So this is going to take a little bit more thinking on my part and where I can double up things or what things can be cut out of my lesson plans to make sure that we hit that goal by Friday. One of the last things that I do on Saturday is I grade papers. And This is one of the Generations books here that I have in my hand, and they have like a grade book in the beginning of their workbooks, which makes it really easy on me. So basically, I'm checking what his assignments were. I'm going to those assignments and I'm seeing what his grade was, and I'm recording it in that section. And basically, this just makes my life a little bit easier. If I just make sure that this is done on a weekly basis, I can check off that he did the assignment, and it also allows me to see if maybe he accidentally skipped a lesson, because sometimes that does happen. Like sometimes he may have forgotten one of the lesson assignments during the week, so I can go back and I can say, hey, you missed this one, we got to get this one done, because these turn into the sheets that he uses to study for his tests. So it's really important that I make sure that my 10th grader especially finishes all of these assignments. So every Saturday, I just go through and I make sure that all of these are finished, and it just really makes the week run a lot smoother because I know that everything is done. This total took me about a half hour between lesson planning and checking off all of the assignments. So believe it or not, it's almost 4 o'clock right now and I have to get ready for dinner, but I need to finish these breakfast sandwiches first. So I'm topping one half of the English muffins with cheese, and then I'm going to go through and top it with an egg and pop on the top and put them into Ziploc bags or into a Tupperware type of container for the refrigerator so the kids can get to them pretty easily on Monday morning. See what I mean about this egg trick? When you cook them in a 9x13 pan, it just makes it so easy to take out these eggs and just put one on each individual English muffin instead of trying to crack individual eggs and fry them up. This is so much easier, and if this was one of those hacks that my mom taught me that I've just always done, and my kids actually like them better this way rather than the fried. So now it's time to package these up and get them ready to go into the refrigerator. And all I have to do now is just let them cool for a few minutes. So I'm just going to pop them onto this plate so they can cool off before putting them into any of the containers. And that's it. I'm done. The coffee cake, all of the sandwiches, the Pop-Tarts, everything is done, prepped in the refrigerator, and now I can get on with the rest of my week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. This was such a super fun and productive day.